Hey everyone, this is Elise from Cycle 9. Hey, today I wanted to tell you about something I did recently. There was one of our local movie theaters. It's like a older theater that's been around for a long time, and recently they had to kind of close their doors because of economy and things like that. But then some other people bought it and decided to turn it into one of these theaters that plays older movies for less expensive. So it's a $3 movie theater now. And recently they had an 80s month. And so I went to take my daughter to see E.T. Extraterrestrial, which I haven't seen since, probably when it came out back in 1980, whatever it was. And I remember it being a good movie, so I wanted to show it to her and see what she thought. And I have to say, it was still a great movie. After all these years, so much of the movies now is they claim such great special effects and things. Clearly the special effects weren't quite as good, but it was still an awesome movie. It had a great storyline, and one of the things that really struck me about it was I don't remember if you remember this, but in the movie, the boy who sort of shelters E.T. from the authorities, he and his brother and his brother's friends rode around on their dirt bikes. It was like the old BMX bikes, the little bikes. And there's a scene in the movie where they're, the rebel kids running from the cops on their dirt bikes, going up and down hills and, around the fences and things like that, and with this extraterrestrial in the basket on the front of the bike. And I was kind of thrilled with that, to see, biking featured in a movie like that. And it also brought to mind another famous movie from the 80s, which was Breaking Away, a classic biking movie about a bike racer who really wants to ride with the Italians. He's kind of a funny guy. His parents think he's crazy, but anyway, the thing that struck me about it was I thought about today's movies and where have I seen biking in movies today in Hollywood, and frankly, I haven't seen it hardly at all. And the only time I could remember seeing biking was in one of the movies. I can't even remember what movie it was, where the guy was poor and he didn't have any, he didn't have enough money to buy a car, and so he got around on his bike. It was sort of a loser attitude. And I just thought that was really sad, that, biking has fallen from grace, where, back in the late 70s, early 80s, it was featured as, something cool to do, the rebel kids riding their bikes, whereas now it was just something that the loser kid was doing. And I thought that was really kind of a sad thing. But overall, the movie was still great, and I really enjoyed watching it again. And maybe someday Hollywood will figure out that biking isn't such a bad thing, and it's kind of cool again. So I'm going to sign off, and until tomorrow, we'll see you then.